Negative, positive speech. Doesn't matter. Listen or watch anything. Well, that's what we're going to examine today. And we examine it because the Father spoke first and then it happened. But yeah. Okay, so I'm reading just a little bit of 1 Moshe from verses 1 to 7. Just to show what the Father did, and excuse me, got a bit of a dry throat today. So reading at chapter 1, the ones of Israel within the first, he created those made without regard for the mighty one of Aaron, Lightbringer, as seen in 2 Moshe 32, not of the heavens of Israel, nor of the earth. To the Ephesians 1, 4 to 11, is the same message, more about that message. But of Yahweh isn't land in error, sin, it being unseen of Israel and unformed of Israel. So darkness buried out of Israel, the one not of abyss of Israel, and the spirit of the mighty one of Aaron, Lightbringer, 2 Moshe 32, was imposed over Israel to bury the ones of the waters, giving dirt bodies to glad tidings of the truth. Verse 3, then concerning Israel said one without regard for the mighty one of Aaron, Lightbringer, 2 Moshe 32, let light be caused to exist. So of Israel the light, Yahushua, seen in Yeshayahu, which you know as Isaiah 10:17, was caused to exist, acknowledged. Verse 4, and Israel saw without regard the mighty one of Aaron, Lightbringer, belongs to one not of the light, which is the good saying. So he of Israel made a distinction without regard for the mighty one of Aaron, the Lightbringer. Presently between the ones not of the light, of the light of, and of the ones not of the darkness. Chapter 5. When Israel summoned without regard for the mighty one of Aaron, Lightbringer, belonging to the ones not of the light, the yon, the heat of the day, and Israel for the ones not of the darkness, he summoned darkening turn around, so Israel shall have become evening, darkening, a different tribe, but Israel shall have come to exist the morning of the day, seen in 3 Moshe 23:32, the first Ekaf, day 1. Verse 6, day 2 then concerning Israel said one without regard for the mighty one of Aaron, the Lightbringer. Let an fixed affirmation, a firmament, the testimony, be caused to exist amidst the ones of Israel, amidst ones not of the waters of Israel, and let it be caused in the distinction of one who will laugh. Yishkek, the glad tidings of Philippus 103, presently amidst Israel, between waters of Israel and waters, so of Israel it has become thus. Verse 7, when Israel made without regard for the mighty one of Aaron, Lightbringer, not to belong to the ones, the fixed affirmation, the firmament, and it, in Hebrew, Strong's 03915, Layla means night, literally darkening, turn, a twist away of the light. Since Scripture says the earth itself does not move, it is the orb which turns to produce the shadow on half of the earth. This is called the testimony of Israel of the evening, and is explained in 3 Moshe, verses 23-32. Couple of footnotes here. This footnote 1 is this, which refers to verse 1, and it says within the first. Whoa, far out. We went too far there. Back. Right. Sorry, excuse me for a second. I'm in a bit of trouble with this mouse playing games. Always does for me. It's got this weird touchpad on the side of the touch mouse on the laptop. So this is the principal true translation of this descriptive pronoun, May no one be using this as yet another name substitution for Yahweh, but there are more true meanings contained within these words. But this should not be construed to mean the first events, since other books have shown events to precede this. Number 2, the Greek verb aoritic passive, imperative, third person singular of Strong's 1096. Dia, which refers to number 3, let me see. Let's go find it again. There we go, which are the heat in the day. So referring to the heat in the day, footnote number 3 says, Dia, also in Greek, is a name of Zeus, which is a name of Satan. However, there is no synonym to avoid saying this in Spanish, where it means day. Other names of Zeus are Dios, used as a substitute in Spanish for Elohim. Diu, dis, and from Diu comes divine. The topic notes read as such below, and it is in the realms of rarity what it says, and understand the amount of times realms of reality. What it says, and I understand the amount of times light is used in a good sense. So light's used in Job 36:30, Job 38:19, Songs 97:11, Songs 104:2, Songs 118:27, Isaiah 45:7, Isaiah 60:19, John 1:5, John 1:9, John 3:19, 2 Corinthians 4:6, Ephesians 5:8, Ephesians 5:14, 1 Timothy 6:16, 1 John 1:5, 1 John 2:8. So that would be a great message which I'll address at a later stage. Read below and I'll talk some more. But we got this little part about creation. If anyone is in search of accurate information regarding the age of this earth or its relation to the sun, moon and stars, or regarding the order in which plants and animals have appeared upon it, he is referred to recent textbooks in astronomy, geology and paleontology. No one for a moment dreams of referring a serious student of these subjects to the scripture as a source of information. It is not the object of the writer of scripture to impart physical instruction or to enlarge the bonds of scientific knowledge. But if anyone wishes to know what connection the world has with Yahweh, if he seeks to trace back all that now is to the very fountainhead of life, if he desires to discover some unifying principle, some illuminating purpose in the history of this earth, then we confidently refer him to these and the subsequent chapters of Scripture as his safest and indeed his only guide to the information he seeks. Every writing must be judged by the objective the writer has in view. If the object of the writer of these chapters was to convey physical information, then certainly it is imperfectly fulfilled. But if his object was to give an intelligent account of Yahweh's relation to the world and to man, then it must be owned that he has been successful in the highest degree. The point I'm getting at with these instances of Scripture is more what the Father did and how it happened. The message I wish to bring is one concerning the ears, heart and mouth, because Yahweh spoke first, then what he had spoken to being became existent. The point is that when we speak in positiveness or negativity, especially towards others, is of great importance. And there's I've got a couple of spelling checks. Let's read for one instance. Might be one moment and I'll continue on. So he had spoken to being become. Existent, the point is that we speak in positive or negative, especially towards others, is of great importance. Lakwa, which you might know as Luke chapter 6 verse 31 says, and just as you wish that men should do to you, do ye also to them still. And that goes for actions as well as speech. So once you have spoken a word, it is impossible to get back. what you delivered could come true for the person. Because what we speak negative happens, and what we speak positive happens also. It all relates to the principle that Yahweh spoke and then it happened. Oh, far out. Whoops. Just correcting some spelling as we go. So I once was given an example of the situation with a flu or a cold. But when someone was saying to themselves or others quite regularly that I'm sick, and do you notice they seem to remain ill for a long period? Be it others I have seen and tested this theory, that if you are feeling unwell and you say to yourself, I am fine, I am healthy, I am well, you'll be surprised how quick the illness seems to leave. This would seem to have a positive effect on all illnesses. Well, the same goes for the ears. The things we listen to and take in have a detrimental effect on the actions and speech. You on that? So I decided to look at violent video games and their reactions to give a picture of what I'm getting at. Lab experiments confirm what an angry gamer knows in his gut. Playing games like Call of Duty, Killzone 3 or Battlefield 3 stirs the blood. In one recent study, Christopher Bartlett, a psychologist at Iowa State University, led a research team that had 47 graduates play. 47 undergraduates played Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance for 15 minutes. Afterwards, the team took various measures of arousal, both physical and psychological. It also tested whether the students would behave more aggressively by having them dole out hot sauce to a fellow student who, they were told, did not like spicy food but had to swallow the sauce. Sure enough, compared with a group who had played a non-violent video game, those who had been engaged in Mortal Kombat were more aggressive across the board. They gave their fellow students significant bigger portions of the hot sauce. In the article that's attached to, that this is attached to. One moment, I've just got a little crack in the screen. I always have trouble reading the last little bit. This is a cause for concern. Research has long shown a cause-effect relationship between television, violence and aggression among children and youth who watch it. Many social scientists expect video games to have an even greater impact for the following 4 reasons. Children are more likely to imitate the actions of a character with whom they identify. In violent video games, players participate as a character and even choose which weapons they use while fighting other characters. Point 3. Repetition increases learning. Video games involve a great deal of repetition. If the games are violent, then the effect is a behavioural reversal for violent activity. 4. Reward increased learning, and video games are based on a reward system. Each research confirms those concerns. A 2004 study by Gentile, Lynch, Linda and Walsh found that teens who play violent video games for extended periods of time tend to be more aggressive and more prone to confrontation with their teachers, may engage in fights with their peers, see a decline in school achievements. You can read more on the article above this video. This is the ears and eyes taking in violence, for instance, having an effect on mood and attitudes. Everything we look at, hear or say has an effect, positive or negative. Rather like Satan being the negative and Yahweh being the positive. It's another instance sort of where it ties as well. Another instance was where I was not swearing anymore after I stopped playing church many years ago. Now I was hanging around these people that would use curse words like everyday words. After a couple of weeks I noticed how I was starting to use these words. They were not used due to manners for the older generation, but definitely it can have an effect, and I noticed that was happening only after a couple of weeks short period. So Yeah, so thank you for watching. I hope you were blessed from this. I hope it helps. And Yahweh bless. Trying to get out.